Hey everybody, it's Jasmine, your brow expert. Thank you so much for joining me. So today's gonna be another day of showing you guys a model where I think you're gonna relate with. She's got eyebrows that are nice and full. They're not thick, but they can be thicker looking if it's properly shaped. So if you have full eyebrows or kind of you see your eyebrows, but they're real sparse, this is the brow for you. If you find yourself feeling your eyebrows too dark and a certain way that you do, and you want to change that up, this is the brow video for you. So stick around, make sure that you share this with anyone you know that can use this tip. Definitely subscribe if you haven't already. And so, yeah, just quickly letting you know that I have been shaping eyebrows for almost 25 years at the Anastasia Beverly Hills Salon. Some of you guys have come by to get your brows shaped, so thank you for trusting me with your eyebrows. So definitely come by, make your appointment, and get the best brow that you can get by yours truly. And of course, I will give you guys the best types of the tips for you, cater to you. So like I said, this eyebrow is full and sparse. So if this is your brow, this is something that I know that anyone can do. I believe full eyebrows is important, but not too full. I mean, we all want full eyebrows, right? Because it's a youthful look, it's a fresh look, it's a very modern, up-to-date look, but you don't want it full just to have a full. You don't want it wide and big. It's got to fit your face, okay? So that's also very important. I believe that my channel devotes on natural looking eyebrows that you can bring the best out for you. So it's tips that I know that anyone can use. And this particular brow video is going to be full of really good tips, because I'm going to address an area where I think a lot of us tend to do that we don't realize that we're doing. So I'm going to first show you on this model what I think most of us do, but don't worry about it, because I'm also going to show you how you can just add and build to that. So it's kind of like, don't do this, but it's also, if you do, you can do it this way. So it's always about just kind of elevating your brow application. And my page is so much about the pressure that you apply on your eyebrows. So if you're heavy-handed, you're going to start learning to be light-handed if you're following me. So yeah, I can't drive that home enough about heavy-handed pressure on the eyebrows. That just really changes a lot of things. So you could properly use the right color, but it might be too dark for you on you because you're applying with a heavy pressure, and you can lose brow hair that way. So keep that in mind. So light hand, be nice to your eyebrows. You get the better shape and better color if you're just gentle. And so, yeah, let's bring on the model really soon, and I hope that you guys will stick around through the whole video and let me know. Let me know in the comment box if you've gotten some really good tips out of this particular video, and definitely share this with anyone you know that can use this tip too, okay? So without further ado, let's bring on this model. So as I've said, she's got nice full eyebrows. They're actually really soft, so more fine, but I'm combing the hairs to show you how much hair she does have. So it's all about having it thicker and as full as possible. And by getting rid of some of the hairs, you can actually create that thicker look. She's got hair down below, and especially down here in the ends, and by lifting that up, that's going to make a big difference. I'll show you that in just a second, what I mean by the low ends. Right here, she's got hair growing all the way down below. Now, after I shape her eyebrows, that's going to be gone, but she still is going to have a brow end. I don't suggest all of you guys to go and run and tweeze your eyebrows right away now. What I do suggest is to fill in your eyebrows and follow my tips today and draw them in, and then see if you need that hair. You can tweeze it then if you feel comfortable enough. But right now, don't worry about having to take that hair off. But it's really about getting that brow lift as well. So that's really also about my channel. It's all about getting a brow lift without looking silly. You want it to fit your face as well. So that's important. Now these brows are shaped now. You can see that the ends are a little lifted. She doesn't have a lot of hair growing down below. So that's important. I'm using the Brow Wiz. Here's the thing where I think a lot of people, including myself, have done this, where we fill in the inside of the eyebrow first. When you do that, here, I'm going to do this right here. I have a little bit of concealer over this old tattoo, so my brows are going to look a little funny, which is why the model is really important to follow. Okay, so I think we tend to hold the pencil this way and go inside the eyebrows. few things that you do is one, you tend to put more of a heavier pressure. The brows end up looking a little too skinny, and you're not using all of the eyebrows, okay? So that's something important to remember. But if you do this, don't worry about it. I mean, I don't want you to be like, okay, now I have to take this whole thing off. Or if you do this and remember my video that you just watched, and this is not something where I'm like, take it all off and start all over again. Don't worry about it, but I just want you to be conscientious. But for some of you, if you feel that this helps you to build, then go for it. So it's not always a bad thing. So the spoolie brush is always important, right? I always have a ton of these guys around. You can get this at Amazon, but the pencil has that spoolie. So what you want to do is comb it through. Here's the other thing. Be very gentle when you do this as well. You don't want to pull off any eyebrow hairs. So when you're combing through the pencil, you want to be gentle. So just by combing through her middle part of that pencil, it just spread the color out without having for you to take it all off again, right? But you know what? I usually tell my clients, do this and keep that midline there. This is actually going to help you. So if you are so used to doing that, I'm saying just keep doing that, but you're going to just build around that. So in just a minute, you're going to see what I mean by building around it. Okay, so you've penciled that in the middle of the eyebrow. You combed it through. Now the brow is here is a medium brown, right? Mine's ash brown. See how I'm going on top of that middle line? So you can clearly see on the model that middle line, right? What I'm doing is going above that middle line. And the most important thing is I'm following the natural shape. So I'm not creating a new shape. I'm following the natural shape of that middle line. So you're going above that. Now, again, I'm kind of trying to carefully do my eyebrows without looking too silly. But again, focus on her. But focus on how I'm holding the pencil, which is why I'm always feeling like it's important for me to go and do it along with the model. So that way you guys can see how I'm holding the pencil. You may not have considered holding it that way. So I like to just lay the pencil down. I don't ever hold it like I'm poking my eyebrows. This way you're keeping it nice and round and sharp. You don't flatten the pencil. And your pressure tends to be lighter. So hold it down and just go. And notice I'm scratching. I'm not going this one continual line because you're going to bounce. It's not going to be as accurate. So do these little lines and go around the eyebrows at the top area. Don't worry about anything else right now. Just worry about getting the color above that middle line. You don't have to go that high, but you know where I go, where I tell the clients to go, is right at that tip. Meaning the hairs that grow down, go right at that tip area. So you're using the full eyebrow, meaning where the hairs are growing out. Okay, so now I'm going below that middle line, but not that low, just a little bit. So I'm going below, and you know how much to go, right? You just stay close to that middle line. So that way it's not over exaggerated either. So you're staying close, but you're kind of going right below that middle line that you just made. So this way, you're not only getting the brows fuller, you're actually making it, you're using all the real estate on your eyebrows. You're not just keeping that color in the middle and making it dark, right? Or making it too thin. So it's just getting these brows as full as possible without looking too funny and big, just to have it big. You want it to, again, fit your face. So I tell clients, don't go too low, just go below, slightly below that middle line, but right where you see hair. Okay, so, and this brow is going to look much darker than this one because I'm pressing harder, so that way, not too hard, so that way you can see what my brows are looking like. Here, now I'm scratching. As you can see, I'm laying the pencil here. You could also lay it this, but everything's laying down. And I'm going back and forth, just lightly coating. So I'm going this way, but I'm staying within those guidelines, right? And so I'm combing. Combing will spread the color throughout and keep it more blended and natural. So I'm scratching the color and then I'm combing the hair. I'm scratching the color inside and then I'm combing the hair. So this just keeps it nice and natural. I like to say the word nice all the time. I don't know why. So you have to excuse me. I'm going to try to change that. Anyway, but it's all nice. So I'm combing and then penciling. Here up in the front, I tend to comb a little bit more, so that way it doesn't get too dark up in the front. I don't mind it to be darker in the middle to the ends, but I don't like the fronts to be too dark. And up in the front, you always want to do these little circles, so that way it doesn't stay too square. That's just my tip, my look. That's just my way of doing things, and my way of hopefully you guys doing it, right? Okay, so pretty nice, right? There you go, that nice word again. But it's really nice, very, very natural. And now you can see her hair. Very important. And you're going to always see me, hearing me point that out in all my videos. I'd like to see the hair. You don't want to put so much makeup on like myself, where you see all the coloring and you're like, where's the hair? Because I don't have much hair, remember? But on the model, you can see the hair. You see all these little strands coming through because the pencil, I mean, just went in as a background. Really, and it just kind of went in between the hairs, and I spoolied it so it just stays nice and natural. Now if you want it to look a little bit more polished and you want those brows to pop, I'm using a Pro Pencil and Brush 18. Very important. I believe that this is a really good routine to do, whether you're a day look, natural, or evening look. By applying some, Pro Pencil is a nice shadow base, but I often use it as a highlighter. If you use it underneath the eyebrows, it really makes the brows pop, gives it that cleaner look. And with the brush, it really gets it kind of right at that edge here, and gives it that kind of a professional look. So this is just something really easy to have. I love this brush. I use it for so many things, not just that. Use it to like use a concealer and hide some areas you want to hide. So as you can see, the brows actually got a little bit darker looking, just because of putting a little bit of highlighter underneath the edge with that brush. It added that kind of dramatic look without reapplying the pencil. So that's another tip. Now, if you think you're done, but you're not sure, you think you want your brows to be a tiny bit notch darker, put the highlighter on first and see where you're at, because you may not need to do that. So the clear brow gel is really, really important in this case, because again, now you can really see the hairs come to life. The product adds a little bit of fiber on the hair, so it gives it that thicker look. Look at this before and after. So important. It, like I said, the brow gel will keep will make the hair look a little thicker, but it also help the color just stay on that much longer. You don't want to go too heavy on the eyebrows. Brow gel, I mean, you don't want to put a ton on, but a little goes a long way. And again, it just gives it such a polished look. I love this before and after as well. And as you can see, keep in mind the ends are a little lifted. Mine's very lifted. Because I'm Asian, I have flat eyelids. If you have kind of a hooded eyelid or flat eyelid, you want it to be a little bit more straighter and the ends going out. I still have a brow end. It's just going out further this way as opposed to down this way. So, and hers, it's just a little lifted, not as much because she doesn't have a flat eyelid. So you want the ends to curve down a tiny bit, but not too much, as you can see from the before and after. So just a beautiful, polished, clean look. That's what I want you to get from this video. That's why I want you to share this video with anyone you know can use this brow tip where you make the sparse brows look a little bit thicker. So mine looks not only thicker and darker, looks a little different from this. But I hope that by showing you how I'm holding the pencil, that has helped you. I hope that you will try this and let me know if you did try this. Oh, by the way, I get these comments a lot, and I will try to remind myself to tell you guys more often that I will list the lipsticks and the lip pencil that I wear, because I get asked all the time, what is on your lips? Or my makeup, but if I remember, I will tag as much of the makeup that I put on. I say this because most makeup artists tend to like mix and blend so many things that we don't use just like one shade on one area. We tend to blend things, so then it just becomes really complicated. But I just want you guys to really focus on the brows. Maybe that's why I don't get so much into the makeup, but I will list the makeup that I use, so that, especially the lipstick, because I know that it gets asked all the time. So I will tag that and I will list that as well. But so tagging, I love the tagging because it really allows you to just click on the screen and see the products that I use, and just quickly allows you to purchase the products. So that makes it even that much easier. So thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for subscribing. definitely, again, like I asked you to share this with anyone that can use this tip, because I promise you, if they like this brow tip, they're going to thank you for letting them know, right? So thank you so much for joining me again, and I will see you guys right back here.